Morning, YouTube. It's Joe, Busta-Grill. All right, so today the video might be a little longer. I'm going to make two of them today. The first one's going to be about my day getting ready for an ROI day. So tomorrow, Tuesdays, I try to plan it on Tuesdays. I'm taking ROI out. Now, it gets a little difficult when you add all these minors in randomly, but I try to get them all on the same, eventually on the same, I guess, schedule, because it's actually a pain in the butt, right? If I gotta take RI one day, keep track of it for another day, another minor is another day. So I compound, I do 6-1. So all my minors, I'll get on the same schedule. The only one I'm not gonna do today is Crop Farmer, because it was in the middle of last week. So what I'll do is I'll wait for that one to catch up, compound extra 3 days, and then it'll catch up a week later, if that makes sense. So what I'll do right now is I'll go through what I do every morning. So today's Monday, the 25th. So on the 26th, so every 7 days, I'll take profits, right? So what I'll end up doing is I try to do it so it's exactly 24 hours, kind of, so that I know the next day on Tuesday I'm ready, and then I can take that data down. It's a pretty big deal for me to track the data, and everyone doesn't have to do it this way. I just like doing it so I know what I'm getting, and then at the end of the day, I can see how much I've taken it back. And a lot of people have different ways of tracking it. This is my way, and then I'll update my tracker. So like I said, this is going to be a longer video. I'll probably be closer to 10, maybe 10 minutes or so, because there's some things that just take a little longer. And I use a ledger. So that's kind of the good and the bad. What I've learned is for these miners, I'm going to take them to a different account and that doesn't use a ledger, because once the funds are locked into the protocol anyway, it's not like you need a ton of money sitting in your wallet to run the gas fees. So what I've learned doing this is that if I'm going to put it into a protocol that's staked, personally, I wouldn't use a ledger, because it's a kind of a pain. And the other reason you don't want to do a ledger hardware device is, like, if you're trying to get into some of these protocols really fast, it's impossible, because you have to go to your ledger to click the buttons and go back. It adds an extra 2 or 3 seconds, which is huge if you're trying to get into some of these miners early. So that's kind of some food for thought. So for Crop Farmer is the first one I actually have on a different wallet, and it's because it doesn't use my Ledger Nano in the middle. All right, so in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my day getting ready for an ROI day. So essentially what I'm doing right now is what I'll do maybe 2 or 3 times a day for all of my miners, and then everything else I'll just do once a day. All right, so let me just go through. So for faucet, it is a little under. It's only, it's less than 1%, but I'm just going to do it anyway just to kind of get it all done this morning. And it kind of gets everything back on track again, to be honest. So like I said, this will be a longer video, but I think it helps to let people understand everything kind of goes into kind of doing this. And you kind of see the sheets I use and how I track it, right? I'm going to update my Excel sheets and then make them available to you guys. So if you subscribe, they're going to be available to you. I'll send you a separate link, so I'll copy this. So this one's a 0, right? I'm super excited about the faucet. I'll get to 700 tomorrow. So I'll go to my faucet here, and then I will paste. So I know exactly. And this number is different, right? Because what I hydrate, I think they take 10%. So I just like to track it, right? So from the beginning, I've been in here for 90. So man, today's 90 days, 91 days. Pretty awesome. I should be at 704, but I did take profits a couple of times along the way. But for the most part, I've been hydrating. I think it took profits 3 times. All right, I'm going to keep going because it's going to be a long video if I don't. So next one I'll do is the garden. I'll refresh this. And then I use the garden viewer. If you don't know what the garden viewer is, it's called dripviewer.com. This is exactly what I use. It makes it a little simpler to actually kind of update and everything. So this is cool. So I got about a minute to my next one. I usually take a lot of this data down. So I'll get 355 plants. So then I'll go into my garden. Like you said, you're probably like, oh my God, I wouldn't do all this. But I mean, this is just what I do. And it just makes it, if I ever need to look back at something, it just makes it easier. So now updates 425. And this is because I'm going to do it 3 times today. And then I'll mark the time. So time is 7:51. So for the 1% protocols, I won't do this because it's only once a day, that I do it. It doesn't make that big of a difference, to be honest, if you're doing it multiple times a day for 1% protocol. If you earn the daily compound interest calculators, it doesn't make a difference. You're just wasting time. Personally, I would be wasting time doing it for 1%. But this is 3.3% that you get on the plants. So it makes sense to do it multiple times a day. All right, so this is done. So I'll go back over here, refresh. And this should show 355. It does. So then I'll go ahead and plant. So if you didn't have a Ledger Nano that I have hooked up right now, it'd be quicker, right? Because right now I have to always click back to my Ledger Nano. And I can't move this stuff to a different wallet, right? So I'm kind of stuck doing this forever. Assuming that protocol lasts forever, right? So done. So then I'll go over here. I'll refresh this page. You see here, I'll close this out. You need that. All right, so everything kind of updated. So then I'll take all this information. So this is 153.42. So I'll go here. I know this is kind of tedious, but I'm telling you, if you don't do it, see, I forgot that one yesterday. 456. I forgot what it said. 467. 467. And then I'll check my LP. The biggest thing is track this LP, 712, because this is kind of a really good indication if you're going up or down, right? And it's going down for other reasons, right, too. The plant decay, the plant price is obviously dropping because drip is dropping. 153.42. If you know a faster way of doing this, I've been doing this like this for 2 months, and I know it's a pain. I was like, oh my God, I wouldn't do all that. But you'll be surprised if you do this work now. This takes a couple minutes, and then I'll take the price of drip in the faucet, so I know I have a baseline. So now I'll take the 3090, right, and that's it. So you can see I dropped drip has dropped 4% since the last time I took this. My asset values dropped almost 3%. My plant value is 4,500. Plant values dropped 5.5%. I dropped 2% in total gain per loss over the last time I compounded. And LPs dropped a little over 0.5%. So, like I said, this is just something I do, and I'll include this in the sheet as well if someone's doing the gardener. So the gardener, drip garden. I just call it the gardener. All right. Anyway, keep moving along. Piggy bank. You see, obviously, I don't have anything in there because everything is still paused till tomorrow, which I'm super excited about. All right. So now my diamond team. This one's pretty straightforward. I just update it. Like I said, if you haven't looked into my diamond team, I know it's not super sexy and a lot of people don't like it. You get this reinvest 5% bonus every time you reinvest. I only put $1,300 into this thing. I know it's like, oh, it's only $1,800. Well, it's a little down to BNB, but I'll show you the sheet I have for this. I mean, for $1,300 investments, assuming all, this stays around, and, that's always the assumption, right? You don't get into something that you think is going to rug or be gone. So, longevity, I think is just one of those things that might just be there for a while, because it kind of just flies under the radar. All right, it's all done. So now I'll take the total deposit, and I'll take it to my sheet. And I have these sheets in order in which I do them because it just makes it easier. And I'll deposit into here, right? So right now, so $27 a day, almost $100 a week, $800 a month. I mean, can you do something with $800 a month? I could. Like I said, I invested $1,300. All right, moving along. And these are all in the same wallet, right? So that's the other thing. If you're getting into this, make sure it's the same wallet. You don't want to keep switching, and that's why I like to have stuff on the same protocol, if possible. So I'm rebaking, right? Because tomorrow, all these miners, you guys can tune in tomorrow. I'm going to show you how I'm taking profits tomorrow, and you can see what the 24-hour period is. Oops. All right. Yeah, right now we're at 9 minutes already. See. You see these beans, 594. I should go over 600,000. Then I always give it a couple seconds just to make sure it took. Okay, 0, see, over 600. So I'm trying to get to 1 billion. Set there. And this sheet's cool. I'm gonna find a better way of doing this with the totals here because it's a pain. I should do it like I do drip. Sorry if I'm pounding on the keyboard and you're hearing that. But here, the way this works, and it's the same for all my sheets for the minor sheets, right? So the total that I got back in beans, my new total, which should be 63,760, 293. And then it tells me this is the estimate being the yellow is just basically what I thought it would be at, but obviously a little higher because I added and I didn't update the sheet. But anyway, 633 is where I'm at. I got, 0.6 BNB. This is where I should be a day right now, 1.6 BNB. And the cool thing about this sheet is I will put the time here just so I know what time I did it. You will forget. So if you have multiple miners, you will forget what time you did it. And you're like, oh my God, am I getting enough? So this thing will tell me my percentage of what beans I've gotten from the last time I compounded, right? The totals. So I kind of keep track to make sure I'm getting that 6 to 7% or 6 to 8. So this was just crazy. Like I told you, I think someone used my referral code because I got 13% one day and I don't know why. So please, if you did use it, let me know. All right, moving along. Lucky Cat. So this is the one I am not. Sorry, I forgot something. And I'll also take the minor performance. Going. So like I said, this takes a minute. It takes me 20 minutes when I do this stuff. Performance. I go to Big Beans, and this is how I check. Yeah, that's a lot. 4.5%. Like I said, I think because the Animal Farm, a lot of things are happening, and it was the weekend, so I'm not stressing about baked beans. I'm gonna leave this one. I'm not gonna take the profit until tomorrow, Lucky Cat, but I will take the TBL. I think you get the idea, right? But I think this is good if you guys are going to use my sheet. So hit me in the comments if you want. I know one person, a couple people have actually hit me up already. Grinch Bucks. People love Grinch Bucks, man. I know it's dropped from 2.1 to 1.5, but you got to remember, a lot of people that got into Grinch Bucks are a lot of drip guys or drip communities. So I wouldn't fret about this one. Compound. Because, these guys didn't put their money into Grinch Bucks if they thought, it wasn't a good investment. And I'm talking about a ton of whales, right? From drip. So people are worried about Grinch Bucks. I'm not worried about Grinch Bucks. I'm not worried about Big Beans. So 1636, the hams. All right, so I'll go back into here. Sorry for pounding on a keyboard. I don't have an external mic yet. Maybe this YouTube thing keeps, kind of going, man. I'm pretty excited about it. And I'll get it set up, and I'll do the video setup so you guys can see me too. That's why I did the other video yesterday, because I think it'd be good to, people just like to see people. Sorry, see what was that? 1743. And like I said, I'm going to set this up like the drip one. It'll be a little easier. You won't have to type this in. I just like doing it. I've been doing it the same way for the beginning. So that's 6% over just less than, and I didn't have it in here. Last time I did this was 551 because I did all of them the same time last night. So over 12 hours, it's almost 6% over 12 hours. So it's a little much. So I'm not sure. We'll see what the rest of today is, and then I'll put in here 8 a.m. my time. Right, so that's all good. So right now for Grinch, it says I'm getting about 5719, and I got 266 already for this amount of hams. So roughly, I'm right around 250, I would say 240 for Grinch a day, and it would be 7 days tomorrow, and I will take the TBL. If you know a better way of doing this, because I don't, I don't know what the API is. I'm pretty sure there's not any. That's a lot, 10%. But like I said, Animal Farm's dropping tomorrow. So, all right. So next one is Crowd Farmer. So Crowd Farmer, this is different, and I'm going to do a video after this one about Crowd Farmer specifically. You can't do it whenever you want to do it, which is awesome. And you get this, I'm going to save it. So Crowd Farmer already did this morning because you have to do it a certain time period. You don't have to, but it just encourages you, and then you get additional. Obviously, sooner you compound, the better. When it's ready to compound. So Ruby Miner, the only thing that sucks about this one, I have to switch to. And this is the wrong freaking account. All right. All right. Ruby Miner. Wrong one, we hire. So a half of AVAX. Sorry, you don't see what I'm doing. I'm on the ledger. All right. Wait for that. And 0.5 AVAX. And then I'll go to AVAX. Probably like, damn, that's a lot of work. That's not bad, man. 0.5. And then I'll hit 3029. Okay. You get the idea what I'm doing right now, right? So I think it's great because if you guys want my sheet, I'm gonna update them, make it a lot easier. You have an idea of how to do it. Like I said, it's a long video. But you get an idea, or you can just keep coming to my channel. I'll be doing this. What you call it? Updating this stuff. Every other day, every day and posting videos. That's 6%. Oh, I didn't update my diamond team. See, you forget some. So my diamond team, see, and this is what sucks to be on multiple wallets, I'll be honest. And I'm sorry, multiple networks, but it is what it is. You can't have everything on the same network. But my diamond team, pretty anal about this stuff. All right, 7769. All right, if you haven't subscribed, and you like this content, please consider it. It seems like I'm getting about 2 out of 10 people that watch my channel right now, based on analytics that says from YouTube, that are actually tuning in, are subscribing. So if you're the other 8 people that watch this and are not subscribing, man, let me know in the comments if I'm not interesting enough to. I just did that wrong. Oh no, I didn't. Right. For you to subscribe. 2768. I'm still running that deal, right? So 2% of whatever you invest in and anything I have a referral code for, you'll get it back in terms of the deposit I receive, right? So if it's calling for a 10% referral fee that I get, I'll give you back 2% of that referral fee. It's pretty awesome. At 500 subscribers, I'm going to do 100 BUSD sent out to you. So I don't know why you wouldn't do it, because no one else is giving you back money like me. Everyone's shilling products. I'm not shilling anything. I'm in every single thing. I'm in all of these guys, right? So, and Drip Garden. So, anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. That's all I want to do for this one. I'm going to do a specific video after this just on Crowd Farmer, because I love Crowd Farmer. I'll tell you why I like it, why I think this is the next best thing to get into right now, even though it's been out for, 3 or 4 days, but I think it's definitely a good thing to get into. All right, give me a like, give me a subscribe. If you don't like it, give me that 2 thumbs down. And then it's all good. It's Monday. Happy Monday. Everyone have a good day. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.